Hi, everyone, and welcome to Book Club with Bay. I am Bay, and this is Bay. Say hi, Bay.
Hi, Bay.
And this is other Bay. Say hi.
Hello.
Do you want to introduce your friend, your new friend?
Yes, and we have a Luna. Luna we call Kitty. Got her on Sunday. She's purring like crazy.
Little monster purr.
I'm
She
the
could
only
power
one
your
she'll-
whole house.
I'm the only one she'll purr for yet.
Heh. Yeah.
Adorable.
It
Oh,
was really
okay. So it's.
cool.
I love
this
that.
morning. I was doing daughter's hair, and she just kept on going meow, meow, and putting a little paw on my arm. And then I lifted my arm up, and she jumped on my lap and started purring. I went to
That's
sleep.
adorable. Okay, so today we're talking about Elixir by Jennifer L. Armentrout, which is a novella that goes between
Third and a half.
deity. It's 3.5, so it goes between deity and Napoleon.
And this was pointless.
You, Addie, texted me. Yeah, you said most pointless thing ever.
This morning at like 10 a.m. when I finished it, I was like,
Yeah,
this
it's good.
is pointless. This is pointless. There is no reason for this to exist.
There is some slight reference to no. All I'm saying is there is for the first few chapters that some conflict arises from the happenings of this book,
Well, I'm sure that
but it gets resolved.
You could summarize this book in 3 plot points.
Yes.
Aiden doesn't want Alex on Elixir, so we get Alex on the Elixir, and then we take Alex off the Elixir. That's it. That's the book.
Yeah.
That's it. Thanks, guys, for coming. No, I'm kidding.
All right, Carbine, I need that back, please. Sorry.
Oh,
So
okay.
why
Yeah,
don't we? Yeah. Okay. So real quick, let's do a road so far.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
let's not do a full road so far. We'll just summarize where we're at. Alex was going to be the next Napoleon, but there already was a Napoleon. So, oh no, because when there's 2, there's a god killer, and they're worried. And then other one goes crazy with her stepdad, and then she turns 18 and becomes Napoleon, and they link, and now she's controlled by him.
Now she's evil, but
Now she's evil, Alex.
The same Alex.
Carbine, stop.
She's still like, I'm gonna fight everything. And I'm like, yeah,
Yes.
this isn't abnormal behavior for you, Alex. This is
Honestly, Elixir Alex is best Alex. I'm not gonna lie. And even she's annoying.
Are you going to kiss me? Yep, that's my nose. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, what do you think, Addie? Is Elixir Alex best Alex so far?
Yes, actually.
yeah, like immobile
She's so
doesn't do
chill.
anything, Alex. Yeah. Like
Hiding in
but
closets.
also, as Addie rightly points out in her notes, Aiden turns into Alex because he's like our guy in this. He's
We're
character.
in his head this book.
He's the he's the MC of this book.
I couldn't think of MC. Like I just could not think of like MC point of view character, whatever.
And
Just would not come to my brain. But
he's literally Alex. She writes him the exact same way as Alex.
She does.
Because he punches so many people this book for no reason.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's so weird.
No
like
reason. He punches Apollo like 3 times.
which Alex would never which Aiden would never do. He's horrified when Alex does it. But like he does it's so weird. Like
But he's not actually we find out this book though, he's not actually horrified. He likes it. He likes it when she gets punchy.
that's stupid.
Who likes it when their significant other gets punchy with random people all the time?
Okay, I need a cat now. Like what the fuck?
Well, hey, if we were doing this tomorrow night, I could have given you Otto, and then
Not that Otto would have done anything.
no, Otto would not. Cassie is literally perched on my arm like a parrot.
Yeah. I don't
And
want you
she's
crawling
just-
over the desk. There's things that you can knock off.
We got our
So
little
as-
tabbies.
So she's linked with Seth, which is a problem. And so anyway, so Alex is trapped in a thing. It's soon after the last book. IDK how they managed to trap her before she killed them.
And then it's revealed, but
Apollo God bolts her. So Aiden punched him. Yeah, stupid. Oh, this is so boring, bro. I'm just reading your notes. She's like,
okay.
She's like, I'm violent, which is no different than normal. She's like, wah.
He's
And
like, wow,
wow,
Otto.
where's my girlfriend? You're not here. My heart would not be my heart would
Aiden
not be
says
beating
this.
if you were truly gone. Gross, puke, dead. Bye. Yeah.
Honestly, like, and that's one thing. Like with it's not exclusive to like urban fantasy. Like it's books in general, right?
Ow, Cassie.
That has any
Goodness.
sort of romantic subplot.
Touch.
The things
How did you even
that
get it
they
over
say to
here?
each other.
She and I are having animal problems. Well,
Sorry.
Mara's
Like,
just enjoying her little
Carbine
baby.
yeeted a
Well,
toy
she's
under a thing
currently
and to where he
sitting
couldn't
with
get to
my
it, and then he was like, "Mom, help!" I'm an idiot, which he is. So anyway, so then,
Yeah,
yeah,
my house would not be beating if you were truly
yeah.
gone.
Anyways, he thinks Seth is controlling her, which maybe, but I don't care. Marcus is here too, and she's trying to glamour them into telling her where they are, and she's really powerful. She's like, Marcus, oh yeah, that's right. She's like, Aiden raped me. And Marcus is like, so I know he didn't. Honestly, at that point though, it would have been so much more interesting if Marcus just believed it.
Yeah. If you guys want a fun drinking game for my notes, every time I write down I'm bored or I don't care,
We would be dead.
Dead on the floor. Just for this novella.
I mean, luckily it's very short. It's very short.
Yes.
Yeah.
It took me like maybe 35, 45 minutes to read. Like it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
A god would not say things like this.
Apollo was like
Absolutely.
saying.
Wait. Let me just
And same with Dionysus.
buckle up. You ain't seen nothing yet.
And also now
I
that
tell
I
you
know
what,
that
the
Apollo
god
has a
behavior-
country accent,
Oh, he does.
I hate it even more. Like I read what he says in a country accent. Oh, he is fighting a dragon. This is also an Elden Ring stream. If you want to watch Elden Ring, you look up here. You want to watch book club, you look down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, if you think the god dialogue is bad now and like that Apollo
it's terrible.
unrealistically now, just wait. This is as good as it will ever be.
This is
Just
horrible.
for the record.
This is horrible.
Then
Yeah.
this is why I said enjoy Leon whilst you can.
Yeah, I know. I get it now.
Because
We warned
I
you.
liked Leon.
Yeah,
Leon
I
was
did too.
great.
Leon.
Leon was fine. Although his accent was terrible still. Like he has the same accent. I guess because Justine didn't know that he was gonna be Apollo. So once
She
Leon
was like,
is
I'll give him
Apollo,
a stupid accent.
No,
He
no,
just
no.
has-
It
he just has
specifically
to-
says in the book that he has one.
oh shit. That's stupid.
It's gross.
This
I'm
reminds
pretty
me I
sure
need
it
to play Elden
specifically
Ring.
says- Is it last book that he's like goes from Leon to Apollo? Is it last?
Yeah,
book?
it is. It's deity.
Okay,
So that's
let
when
me-
Alex blessedly dies but doesn't stay dead.
Oh yes, it's focused. Oh no, no longer. The camera was focused on his TV for a minute. Oh. Nope, not dead. Dragons, not dead. Okay. Anyways.
What chapter did that happen in?
What,
I
when
don't
she
know.
died?
Yeah, and he's like, "Breathe, Alexandra, breathe."
Oh.
No, he was like, breathe, Alexandria.
Breathe.
Breathe. Justine Eyre cannot do country accents. BT dubs.
No, she cannot.
Oh, he's almost killed this dragon. I'm sorry. I get
enthralled by this.
I know I get mildly enthralled every now and then in Elden Ring. So I'll just sit like this for a minute while he fights this dragon until he dies or the dragon dies.
We're just enjoying the gaming stream that this has
I know this has turned into 3 girls watch a person play Elden Ring.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to find the line where it says that he actually
That's
has
okay.
it. 'Cause I swear it happened.
You got this, Christian.
Oh, uh-oh. Oh! No, he's good. His health is still mostly full. Oh, he's got him down to like this much health. He did it.
Yay!
Is that
Oh,
the
that
most
was funny.
accomplished she's ever felt?
I think so. There's multiple people. He said, what did you say, Christian? You said thank you.
I didn't know I had an audience.
He doesn't know he had an audience. You did have an audience. We were all enthralled in you fighting this dragon. Anyways,
Did you lose
Find
another
your line.
delay? Oh, the way he's looking at me is so cute. Oh my god. There you go. Sorry.
Yeah,
My
no, I
dog's
can't
being
find it, but I
adorable.
swear it actually mentioned it.
No, I think you're right. Like, I believe you.
yeah, I believe you as well. I probably
Um,
just blocked it from my memory, like the fact that Jude had dreads. I just block certain things from my memory.
You're so stinking cute. Oh my god.
Anyways, Marcus, Aiden raped me. No, he did not. Han Solo is like, let's kill Alex. So Aiden
who's Han
punches
Solo?
him. Solos.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
Is like, let's kill Alex. So Aiden punches him. Aiden is now
Aiden-
Alex.
Alex, yeah. Because Aiden would never do that.
No.
Not in
But
my
it's
good
fine.
Christian household.
We find out from Apollo that there's a war brewing between the
Oh,
gods. And
duh.
what?
Like,
Oh,
we
there's a
knew
war.
that. Like,
Yeah,
we knew
right.
that. Like, there's like 5 of them at this point.
Yeah. This one specifically being between the gods and Seth, aka Lucian, and Lucian apparently has gotten like a pretty good backing at this point.
Mhm.
And Dionysus shows up, and I don't remember if it's this part or later, but Deacon walks in and he's like, "No way, Dionysus was here. He's my favorite god." And Aiden's like, "Of course he is."
Stupid.
Yeah.
There's too many gods. It feels what now?
Kitschy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it feels kitschy now. It just feels like it's a gag now. It's just like, which god can we pull out next?
Well, especially because of how it's done.
Yeah, it wouldn't feel weird if they were actually done maturely, but they're done like 14-year-old girls with
Yeah, I mean,
imagined gods.
And I'm not giving Jenny credit here. I'm not giving her credit. However, the Greek gods are not like other gods. They are very degenerate.
Well, and that's fine,
yes,
but like,
imperfect.
you know,
Don't make
it makes
them
me.
talk stupid.
No,
But think about
no,
how.
that's what
Think
I'm saying.
about
Like,
how
they're not
Patty
regal.
did Thunderbird, Coyote, Wolf.
Coyote's a dick, but he still has like an air of
Yeah,
something
where it's
to him,
like-
you know.
When he
Well,
walks
yeah,
in
so,
a
like-
room, people are like, "Oh shit!" I haven't read it, but I assume that's what it's like.
Yeah, whereas
book-
when Apollo walks into a room, like Alex
You're
just
like,
wants to like rub up against him and poke him.
And then
Like
punch
the first
him in
time she
throat.
meets him the first time she meets Apollo, like as Apollo, she's literally just sitting there just poking at him, and he's like, "Can you stop?" Actually, except he doesn't actually do it that way because that would be more respectable if
Yeah.
he'd just be like, you know,
Can you stop? Like, but so for an example, like, so Coyote and like Hawk and all those
Wolf.
avatars, Wolf, they are gods ish. It's because it's from Native American mythology, so they're not gods like the Greek gods, but they are god. For all like for this discussion, they're god-esque figures. So like Coyote is the avatar, like the platonic, basically, I think the platonic chair, if you want to call it that. Is it Plato that did that, the chair thing? Whatever. Like Coyote's the blueprint for all the coyotes. Like Wolf is the blueprint for all the all the wolves. So, and we talked to them, and
Divine.
Yeah, divine's a good word
yeah,
for it.
and they're not all like super serious. Wolf is the only one that's super serious. We don't get much from Hawk, but like Coyote has a very eccentric personality, but he's very otherly in that way. Like, he never gives you a straight answer. He's always like chucking you into mischief and stuff like that.
Cassie does.
Be comfortable.
Thunderbird, aka Gordon Seeker, is like an almost like dad like role. In a way.
Wise old grandpa role.
Wise old grandpa. And so they sort of have these like personality archetypes that keep them separated from the main cast, whereas the gods here become part of the main cast, which is not where they should be.
No.
And they behave like them, except for when they have to remind you, by the way, I'm a god.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. She's so cute.
Butt in my face. There we go.
Oh my gosh. Cassie would do that if she could.
I like that she's little enough that she can. No, stop.
Oh, if she gets used to it, she's gonna do it no matter what.
She's gonna be Cassie, and
she's gonna be like Menchie, who gets on Ben's shoulder. It's just there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be fine with that if she lives on my shoulder. I just need to get her comfortable up there. She's still purring, so that's fine.
So anyway,
some gods feel like it's best to just kill both. I still can't say the word.
Apollons.
Yeah, I still can't. My brain sees it and I go Apollyon.
Apollyon.
So
I've heard it.
Never gonna say it.
It's Apollyon.
And yeah, sure. Why the hell not? Is what I said. Because why not? Let's end this series. Let's kill everyone. Let's just meteor, Earth, end it. End it all. But there's a way. Oh, there's a way to kill for the gods to kill Apollons, but like
someone didn't fucking write it.
Someone didn't write it down, and so they were like, "Oh no!"
Thanatos.
Yeah, she just didn't write it down, and I'm like, "Why would you need to?" Whatever, it's fine. I don't. Whatever.
And
Carbine
the other way,
have no oil.
and that. Well, the thing is that one is for anyone to kill an Apollyon, whereas
we find out
in this book because all halves, pures, and obviously then by extension, Apollons are descended from one of the gods.
Yeah.
And
it's implied like Apollons are like descended from
Apollo. It's in the name.
Yeah. Well, like he says it, he straight up says it in this book. He's like, Apollons are all meant to be from me.
But Sethy boy. Yeah, he says that.
Yeah, and they don't know.
They don't know who Seth.
They don't know what god
lineage.
made Seth. Yeah. But the originator of the lineage, so in this case, like Apollo with Alex, can kill the Apollyon.
Yeah.
So it was always meant to be Apollo. He was always meant to be able to kill them. But they can't
Carbine
kill Seth because Thanatos didn't write it down. They don't know who created him, and let's be honest, if a god went out of his way to make a Seth and hide the fact that Seth existed until he became an Apollyon, all that jazz.
It's a plan.
Obviously, he's not. Yeah, obviously he's not an accident, and that god is working against them.
And then fucking
even though it's kind of weird because the implication is just that if a half blood and a pure blood breed,
a female
genders,
a female pure with a male half, and they kill them.
Yeah,
they kill the babies.
So is every baby an Apollyon?
Every baby from a male,
from a female.
Blood.
That's what I mean. Is every baby an Apollyon?
Every
baby that's born.
So then, how are you making a Seth like explicitly?
He
come on,
because without spoilering who it is.
Oh yeah,
bad god.
I have guesses.
Bad god.
I'll give you one guess.
Who do you think it is?
Shit, I don't want to waste it on the stereotypical big baddie because I don't think it's Hades, but I think it's someone around him.
Well, you have a think. You have a think and give you a guess when I finish this explanation.
All right, I need to look at a list. I'm only googling a list.
Bad God spoke to Seth's mummy and was like, "Hey, I got plans, but I need you to bang a half." And then this god also shielded the existence of Seth until it was too late.
Okay.
But
that would also imply that, like, because out of any number of random Apollons that stayed alive, there are a lot of Greek gods. Like, how can you ensure, unless the point is that only Apollos can create.
Yeah, right.
No, it's just
which
purely
is not.
No, I think part of it is the breed.
I'm just saying the
breed
word doesn't make sense.
I know. I think it's not going to be overly common that a female pure will bang a male half, and have his child in general. So there's not going to be many, and the gods, I imagine, like I imagine there's a few gods keeping an eye on different areas.
It could have been simplified.
They just kill the babies. They just kill the babies. Okay, they keep an eye out for if a female pure and a male half are getting a bit too friendly, and if she rocks up. If she gets knocked up and then births a half, then they're like, well, this ain't good.
I mean, like I said,
the baby.
Although, note to self, make sure we double check the next couple magic systems we write and make sure that, like, we couldn't condense some shit.
Bless you.
Bless you.
All right.
So who do you think
the big bad is?
I have no idea. Because I was going to Is it a guy or a girl?
I am going to give you one hint.
All right.
But it's not actually going to help you. It's just going to confuse you.
Cool. I love it.
We have already met the big bad.
So it's any of the... Well, I'm assuming... That's me assuming it's a god.
No, the god. We've already met the...
we've met the god?
The big bad god.
And it's not Hades?
Is Bay texting me?
Yes. Oh God, Cassie, you're gonna fall.
I don't remember.
I will.
I was gonna guess someone really off the wall and guess Hephaestus, but we haven't met him yet. So.
Come on, connect.
I feel like knowing Jenny,
it was me. I am the villain. That's correct, actually. So.
I feel like knowing Jenny, it's gonna be someone they say is on our side at first, but is actually not.
I'm not sure if my spelling's right because, like, I'm typing one-handed, but I'm just like, you'll get the gist.
Oh, that's right. Also, honestly, okay, you know what? I'll give you a
like I said, that's not going to help.
When it's revealed, you're going to feel really stupid.
Cool. All right. I love those kind of reveals. Sorry,
you're going to feel dumb.
Because there has been a little bit of foreshadowing.
Honestly, you're not putting... You're putting way too much thought into it.
Should I just start naming Greek gods and you'll just tell me eventually?
No. You'll find out next book. It's fine.
Oh, it's genuinely obvious because you're just gonna be like, who else could it have been?
And then there's gonna be a shit ton of foreshadowing before the reveal.
Cool. I'll make sure I'll write down in my notes when I figure out who it is. If it's before the reveal. Anyways, so Deacon and Luke walk in. And they're like, we can help. And I don't think that they can. I don't think anyone can help.
Honestly,
I don't think Aiden should even be here.
I forgot how insufferable Deacon and Luke got as the books progressed.
Already they're insufferable.
Because I said to you, I was like, we stand Deacon. And I don't remember why.
Leah gets better.
Leah gets better. But that's because she's Aphrodite. So, like, it's fine.
The only way to avoid war is to have Alex come back from her stupor and kill Seth, but whatever. And then this is when I figured out they were going to elixir her. And Aiden's like, I will get violent. The name of the book
didn't spoil it?
Oh, I didn't really think about the name of the book. I just typed in Jenny book 3.5 and then I figured it out from there. Then Aiden's like, I'm going to murder people if you give my girlfriend the elixir. And then I wrote down who cares again. That's like the fourth one of my notes. If anyone's keeping track. And then Apollo's like, yeah, well, I can kill Alex, so I don't really want to, but like I will.
And Aiden's like, but how could you do that, man? And he's like, well, like, look, we just don't want a god killer. He's like, I'm kind of fond of her, so I don't want to kill her. So if we can take Seth out instead, great. But if not, we don't want a god killer.
Yeah,
he's
and
like, I will just kill her.
and Aiden's like, I had to like resist from punching him again, and I'm like, jeez, dude.
There's no
I
need for
guess
this.
I guess they're one of those
Otto,
couples where like
stop.
they start to adopt each other's personality.
No, they don't, because this has never been foreshadowed as Aiden's personality. He never wants to punch anybody.
It's literally
Like-
just because Jenny
Oh,
wrote
I
him.
guess there's kind of a bit of foreshadowing, like he tortured a guy.
That's fair. That's, you know.
Well, he tortured a demon, but he's always been very aware that Apollo could smite everybody. Like,
Yes.
he's never. He's
Yeah, like
he
I was
tortured.
trying to find. the
He
mention
tortured
of
a
the accent.
Strigoi, which is not the same as punching a god in the face. It's a very
Yes.
Alex thing. It's a very Alex thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I just got to like because when I was looking at trying to find where it mentioned his accent, it had like when the first time like Alex meets Apollo as Apollo, and he pops into the room and Aiden like just gets down on his knees. He's like, "My master."
He's
That
not
was
going to punch
3
him in the
weeks
fucking
ago.
face. Yeah, he's
That
not
was
going to
3
punch him
weeks
in the
ago.
face. You know, he might be like upset, but also if Aiden is upset and Aiden thinks Alex is going to get murked by somebody, as we've seen how the way we've seen him act in the past is not this reaction, right? He's what he does is he negotiates.
Yes. He's a diplomat rather than a fighter in most situations.
Yeah. In most situations, he acts as diplomat, not as punching boy.
That's Alex's role, is punchy punch. And it's stupid.
Yep.
Alex is the
Well,
violent
then
one.
he goes back to his role and he's like, "Just give me one more night.
Yeah.
Give me one more try." So he does. He goes down.
Yeah, so they give her they elixir her, and yes, you're right. This is the best Alex. Except I hated it when she was like, "You're my master, Aiden." I was like,
You make my brain quiet. I feel safe with you.
it was disgusting. It was disgusting.
But I think this is supposed to be when Rose gets drugged.
Oh,
In a way.
I think kind of. Yeah, like
By,
I mean,
like,
we've kind of
Yes.
gone like we've strayed well enough away from Vampire Academy by this point, but yeah, I think there's still influences.
Yeah.
Oh, Puppy being a naughty boy.
I think
She's
so.
got cranky mom face.
Yeah. I the first
And
thing
now
she
she's
said
like-
was Noah.
She's like, be a responsible father.
Take care of your
I'm
son.
our child. And she's also trying to keep a straight face. While
Because she can still hear us. She's like, no, I am an angry mother. Take care of the son. Stop making me laugh, guys. Comes back in to laugh and then leaves again. That's fair. Anyways, so she sleeps in his bed one night all elixired up, and he's like, oh. Christian just started laughing, and I don't know why. I don't know what's happening. So there's also, we find out there's only a certain number of elixirs they can give her before she's like
6.
permanently. Yeah, and we only
Now, one
get to
thing
4.
I'm curious about, right? Is it like 6 in a row, or is it like
6 in her whole
a
life.
5? Yeah, like she's had a 5, and then like in 30 years, if someone gave her an elixir, she's like, okay, well, I guess I'm stupid.
I'm dead now. Yeah.
All right. Hello.
Hello again.
Hey.
Were our assumptions correct?
Yeah,
We're perfectly.
Well, he
correct?
also said, because I guess I said something too sassily. He was like, "Oh, 367 days."
What a numpty.
He adds a day every time I upset him. That's
What a
rude.
silly. What a silly.
It's very rude.
Okay, so Alex also.
Where are
elixir.
we? Can you guys? 'Cause
Alex
yeah.
all elixired up is like, I'm meant for more than this. I remember things, don't I? Did you find it in my notes? I just read out a note out loud. And then LaDawn and Olivia are going to join the party, it seems. We're on dose 4. Like, whatever. I don't know how their
Laden.
name is spelt weird. It has
I
2
know.
A's, so it's like a
Wait,
short
I was like, who was
It's
LaDawn?
like Laden.
Laden. Okay.
Laden.
Laden.
And then
yeah.
a Fates shows up. I didn't write down what happened because I didn't care.
And yeah, the fate's effectively just like, by the way, remember she's your boo and you love her and she loves you.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
cool.
no, sorry, yeah, no, the fate confirmed she was destined for
Oh,
Seth, but love,
yes.
always love.
Yes. The fate is like love can break the spell. Fuck's sake, is what I wrote down. And Apollo
Care Bear
was thinking
stare.
about. Yeah, right. Apollo was thinking about killing Alex and just like letting her live in the underworld. It's what it seemed like. And then he goes and talks to Alex again, and she's like, I don't know what's happening, but I love you.
Yeah, like, and I mean, one thing. I mean, I get Aiden hasn't been there, right? But like, Alex has, briefly, tangentially for a minute. But the more the series goes on, right, like they're still always like really trying to avoid anyone dying, and I'm just like, but you know it's fine. You literally know it's fine. Caleb's down there playing freaking Mario Kart Wii. with
I
Tiffany.
forgot about that. Why'd you have to remind me? See, I wiped that from my brain. I wiped so many things from books from my brain because they don't compute.
You
so my
just
brain just goes
delete.
dink.
Yeah, this is like that's another example of like these gods have no dignity.
No, they
Like
play
I get
Mario.
that. I get that.
I play
guess
Mario Kart against Persephone, but not Hades because like
He cheats.
he cheats, and
How
so like
do you
Hades
cheat
is
at Mario Kart Wii?
I don't know.
I don't know. Having played many a Mario Kart game on many different consoles, I cannot fucking tell you.
Does it?
How
You both
do
have
cheat
men in your immediate
Mario
vicinity. Do they
Kart?
know how to cheat?
Well, they don't really. Noah does not
No.
into Mario Kart, but
Wii cheats. Mario Kart Wii wiki guide. All right. There is a glitch shortcut in Grumble Volcano.
Well, then everyone can do that, so that's fine.
If you do a trick on a jump, you can completely avoid a POW block items effects.
Unless his version of cheating is like Hades will just be like, "Oh, look at that obvious distraction," and then when you turn your head, like he just like zooms past you. And
it's much harder, by the way, to cheat on console games than it is to cheat on.
Yeah.
To actually have like hacks and cheats on PC games
because you're all playing on the same console.
Well, it's just consoles just kind of
talking about video games,
that.
but
like hacks tend to not work as well on consoles.
There's shortcuts. There's a way to have
the shortcuts are built into the tracks.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go and put this little kitty back in her room at the moment.
This guide just tells you to dodge certain shells. Yeah, no shit.
Those are not like hacks because like those are not like things you can plug into the console and like break it or whatever.
Yeah. There's no hashtag hacks. Yeah, no, there's not. Confirmed. No way to actually cheat. Unless you're playing on an emulator, which I'm sure, but they're not playing on an emulator because this is Wii season, man. Emulators probably do exist in the underworld, and that's fine. But like, there was no Wii emulator.
I don't think Jenny knows enough about video games to know that like you can hack an emulator.
Yeah. There's a way to play Breath of the Wild on PC too. I've thought about it, and you can like mod the hell out of it. It seems super fun.
Anyway. I imagine Hades cheating is just like him using like his god powers to like make the breeze come through and make his fabulous cape. Because I imagine he wears a cape.
He must.
And just like flow in front of Caleb's face, just as Caleb's about to win. And now Caleb can't see. I imagine that's what.
And so Caleb, because he's stupid, just presses B to break for no reason. Yeah. Anyway, so we're in the final chapter now, and Aiden is gonna do his Hail Mary. His Hail Mary play where he's like, give me one more night. And then they decided to take her off the elixir and put her back in the cage. Hence, this book was pointless, and we're right where we started.
I'm not sure if they say it in this book. Sorry, I grabbed food. But they block Apollo from the house.
Yeah, I think that they insinuated that. Yeah, I think they did in that final chapter. I think that was part of the Hail Mary.
Nuke her.
Yeah, but honestly, I'm on Team Apollo. Let's do it.
Let's nuke her.
Let's kill her.
Let's just get it on.
Let's just meteor this whole planet.
It's so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean that's the book.
That's the book.
Like,
we're right where we started. Yeah, at least it was short.
Yeah, it's not.
No,
it's
because
not
now there's an additional
complicated.
relationship conflict between Aiden and Alex. I don't think it's going to spoiler that that's what the conflict is.
No, I figured. Listen to forces when he's fighting something big, power boost. Who's he? Oh, he's fighting something big right now. He is fighting a putrid avatar.
Oh, it looks putrid.
It does look putrid.
It does.
Yeah, so I'm the side hoe now. He's decided that he's gonna make our wedding day actually like for Elden Ring. He's gonna get a physical copy of Elden Ring and marry that on our wedding day instead of me.
Fair.
I am the side hoe.
He spends more time with it.
He has so many hours in this game already, and like good for him. Like he loves it. I was the one that told him it existed.
I've heard
in the
many a
first
good
place.
thing about it.
Yeah, like
As long as he's happy, I guess.
he's very happy, you know.
And as long as you're okay with his joy being directed that way.
You know, yeah. It's not like
You got
I
your
could.
cats.
I got the cats. I got this computer right here. If I wanted to be in the same room, like it's fine. Sometimes I'll just sit and watch him die 20 times in a row. It's pretty fun.
It's what happens.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I've been playing through because I never beat Breath of the Wild, so I have 3 Divine Beasts done.
Ah, you're on the hard one now.
I'm on the bad one. I don't want to go. I don't want to go there.
Get ready to do a stealth mission.
Oh, gross.
Uh-huh. It's what made me rage quit the first time I ever played the game. But once you figure it out, it's really easy to redo it over and over again. But
I told you, do something with your dog.
Oh.
I told you, do something with your dog. Please help.
I told you. No one's gonna get a bump on the nose. Although I saw that look on her face, maybe it's gonna be more like a bitch slap.
that face says yes.
Oh, I like my new kitty.
Good. I'm glad.
It was funny on Sunday night. I was just in because we fenced off the back lounge room, so the dog can't get in.
Mm-hmm.
She could escape if she wanted to, because she's a cat.
Yeah, of course.
And there's a table right next to the gate and a fish tank right on the other side of the gate. Although I have already started spraying her when she gets up on the table.
400 days, apparently.
Oh wow, you racked up a lot.
I have racked up a lot because I interrupted his Xbox session.
Oh goodness.
It's fine.
But yeah, no, I was just sitting there cuddling the cat, and Stixie walks in and he's just like, "You look like a kid on Christmas morning." I'm like, "I love my kid, thank you." I'm so happy.
Yeah. So I'm gonna bring my Switch when I come.
Yeah.
So you will be helping me with
Yeah,
this
I got you.
mission.
I got you.
Because I
can do
don't
it.
want to do it.
I can do it for you. I know how to do it really fast.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. I figured it out. I'm trying to find this picture of Cassie because you mentioned being able to jump over things, and I want to show you the booby trap that we had for the kittens when they were still like segregated to the upstairs and not allowed downstairs because we had 2 other cats. And it's just really, really funny.
Yeah, did they not know she was pregnant when you got her?
No, I know.
No, did
I knew. Yeah,
Did they know?
They
The
wanted to
shelter knew.
spay. They wanted to spay her.
Mhm.
Shouldn't they have waited till she had birthed them?
No,
It's illegal. It's illegal.
it's illegal
and
not to spay.
even
No, no.
even if they're pregnant. No, even if they're pregnant, they would have given her an abortion and then spayed her.
Oh,
Which is
they
why-
would have waited until they birthed, and then they would have spayed her afterwards.
No.
Nope. They would have. Yep.
But
I
you live
was
technically in a different county.
and I lived in a different county. So I was able to take her without her getting spayed.
Well, that's good because that would have been sad.
Yeah.
You don't
got her
kill
still there,
kittens.
though.
There's Cassie trying to climb it right after she gave birth. We had to layer like multiple paintings up, and all of the cats by the end of their life upstairs, they were all like vaulting over it. It was like 5 feet tall, and they were just climbing up and over it and then tumbling down the stairs. And we were like, they're gonna break their necks. We gotta just let them free. So they took over the house. No, but that's why we got her, because I called my mom. She was the sweetest little thing I'd ever met, and like called my mom sobbing, and I was like, they're gonna put down this cat. She's pregnant, and my mom was just like, don't tell your dad. And so
you came home with a cat, and
I came home. I bought 1 cat, and I got 3 for free.
Buy 1 get 3 free.
How far along was she?
We only had her for like a week and a half, 2 weeks before she gave birth. So she was like,
she was over halfway though.
She was.
Because I think cats about. I know dogs is 2 months. Is cats the same?
I do not know. Is the gestational
cat's pregnant
period of a cat
58 to 67 days?
So around the 2-month mark. Yeah. Give or take.
So, I know, because we took her to the vet like a few days after we got her, and the vet was like, either these are huge cats and she's not going to be able to birth them, or she's about to give birth. It turns out it was both, but she could birth them. She did very good. She still walks funny, but
yeah, she does.
She has a little
waddle. Yeah. Yeah, she's got like, you can see it kind of like in her hips.
Yeah, but she was completely silent. She was a trooper. I slept through one of them. It was
love you too.
I was really,
You know what? If you want to get some of those days off, just like make him brownies tonight while he sleeps, and just like have a little tray.
I think it's a joke. Also, if it's not a joke, there's nothing I can do.
It's true.
I cannot fix me. Like, we've been trying for like 10 years. Lots of money into that.
I've been trying longer and still same. Biggest change was children. I'm not gonna lie, but the core of me is still me. The core of me is still me. It didn't fix those problems.
It'll either happen or it will not.
Well, I think you just become like mom you.
There's somebody.
Yes.
Like you're still you, but you have the mom hat on. Like
honestly, and I'll give you an example. Right? I will get up at 7 o'clock in the morning. I will have school clothes out, ready to go. Everything like lunch ready to go. It's all ready, right? We're still getting to school just before the bell at 8:42. And the school is a 4-minute drive away. And she doesn't argue with me when she gets dressed or gets her hair done anymore. And I don't know how it happens. I don't know how we're getting there on the bell every day.
I used to like wake up earlier than my parents because I didn't want to wake up as early as me. And so I'd go downstairs and then like make myself pancakes and then wake up my dad and be like, it's time to take me to school. And he'd be like, give me 5 minutes. And then he'd wake up, drive me to 15 minutes to school, and then go back home. I know my mom would go back to sleep when she took me to school, but my dad would be like,
so especially like in middle school, because my dad still tells stories about this. Like he would wake me up, and apparently I was just like an absolute gremlin. Like I would be like, like the light. In middle school. In high school, though, we just got up.
Yeah.
To a point. We were tired as shit all the time, but
my
like in high school, I was so tired. Like I used to go to bed at 9 for high school because I was just.
See,
dead.
For me, it was the opposite. In high school, I could stay up until like 3 a.m. and then wake up at 6:45. And then like college happened, and like my first 2 years of college, I could still kind of do that, but then I was like, I need to start taking later classes because I'm sleeping. And then now it's bedtime, man. Like I'm ready to sleep 12 hours. Like I need 12 hours.
I'm the
to
same.
live.
Also, like, you know, when I first started college, I used to love 6:30 to 9 classes because like I could handle it. Now I took one last semester and I thought I was gonna die. Like I was
the
like
3.5 hour.
Oh,
2.5
2
hour
and a half.
classes.
I was like, I am old. I'm old because it's 9 o'clock and I'm like, I'm sleepy. I want to go to bed. You know, like
Same. In undergrad, I loved taking the one night a week late classes. And
I
like,
loved it. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, now I'm like, no, you know what? As much as I hate waking up in the morning, I'd rather have an 8:30 to 12:30 block and then be done for the day.
Well, because like by 9, most nights I'm like, it's time to settle down to get tired, and then I have to like get tired, and I have to. It has to take like 3 hours to get tired, and then and I'm like the 9 o'clock interrupts that. Well, like because I had to take a class with freshmen one semester. Like the first semester I went back to school, and we would be like had 55 group projects. It was awful. That class was. Anyway, horror stories about that class, but we would be like texting the group, and you know they're a bunch of 18-year-olds. I'm old as shit, so they're like, let's meet at 11, and I'm like, absolutely the fuck not. We are not meeting at 11. No, we're meeting at 8. Just fuck you guys. I don't care. We do not meet at 11. 11 bedtime. Yeah.
What the fuck?
They were like, let's do a Zoom call at 11 p.m. I was like, no. I don't want to talk to people at 11 p.m. What?
The only time I'm making plans for 11 p.m. is for you guys when we're doing a swappy swap.
Yeah, right?
Ooh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
remember
it.
Like going out to like bars and stuff. I'm not even talking because of COVID. I'm talking because
that's the thing is like we missed the last couple years
of those parties.
I will say, you know what probably happened? COVID probably sped up the aging.
Yeah,
for you guys.
Oh yeah, because I mean,
because you got to have to practice. If you
right before COVID, we were
23.
We were partying.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh yeah.
We could go all night.
We were still going to bars when I moved to Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
You and I would be like, all right, let's go out till 2 a.m. Yeah.
And now when I'm there, we're like, if we have to leave the house, we will die. Like, and we were like allergic to outside.
We would pregame, and then we'd do shots at the bar, and we'd like go from bar to bar.
One night we went out. We forgot that we pre-gamed. Okay, we did Uber, so don't worry about it. But we forgot that we pre-gamed. So
my gosh.
So we drank like we were not pre-gaming. And so we were already like a couple shots in.
So
we get to the bar
that night. It was really
we were
fun.
tossed because then you know, how you make friends is you have cigarettes on you. You go outside and you say, "Can I have a lighter?" And you just find somebody that looks nice, and we're like, let's find friends. So we go and we found friends. They were like, would you like to go off the premises and go to a different club? And we were like,
sure.
We were like, absolutely. Which was so stupid now, like looking back on it.
But, well, yeah.
But it didn't matter. Like it was fine.
It's a college really town. Fun. That's normal. Like,
also, like you gotta do stupid shit with you when you're drunk.
When you're
Otherwise, I wouldn't be with my husband right now. I met him at a train station in the middle of the night in the city.
Fair enough.
The reason I knew he existed
in the same suburb
is because I would see him at bars, and so I knew he existed only because I saw him at bars.
Yeah, you gotta.
I probably never met him.
The first thing that attracted me to Noah was his existence. He brought alcohol to class. And shared with the class. It was great. And then I said something disturbing about torture, which is fitting because my thesis is basically about a guy that tortures everybody that he can get his hands on. So like, you know, I'm nothing if not consistent. Consistently fascinated with stabby people. And so I said something weird, and he and our other friend now we're adopting you. And then he brings alcohol to class, and you were like, "Do not do it."
I was like, "Red flag."
You were like, "Red flag," and like, absolutely, you're correct. But that's not the point. We're very happy
now. I still remember when I still remember way back when you're like, "I can't do this." I'm like, "Correct," and you're like, "Tell me not to." I'm like, "You will not ride Noah's Ark," and that was my pep talk to you.
And
But here we are.
Now you live together.
Yeah, and we have a dog.
Now you just need to get like another dog and then 2 of every other animal, and yours will be sweet.
Including
He wants-
children.
He wants boy dogs, but like, so I don't know that we'll complete.
They can be
the
gay. It's fine.
I will say though, like he has a knack for bringing things home. Since we've been together, since we lived here, he's brought home a German Shepherd.
Yeah, I
That's
remember
right.
that.
I remember.
So like he just comes in one night with a box.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, it's a kitten. We're keeping it. It was not. It was a possum. So like,
That's a
and
cat.
well, since
You can litter train them.
Since he has worked at the bar he works at right now, he's brought home 3 dogs. So I'm just in for a life of like, I found it and I brought it home.
I found a rainbow lorikeet the other day. It had no tail and it was hopping across the road and almost got hit by like 4 cars. And I took it to the vet because he said I couldn't keep it. I'm like, well, that's actually probably wise because we're getting a cat and I don't want to train the cat not to go after birds because I want it to kill the birds eating my tomatoes. So
Yeah.
luckily it's not the pretty birds that eat my tomatoes. It's the minor birds, which are pests. So they're fine. They can do that. It's fine.
Anyway, so that was 30 minutes of book, 30 minutes of not book.
Yep.
This book
Got
was
to learn
stupid.
stuff about our lives instead.
Yeah, about our personal lives instead. Yeah,
and watch Christian
and like
Fight Dragon.
how we met
Our significant others.
our respective significant others.
And now,
I love that it's in order though. Right now, husband, fiance, boyfriend.
you know,
It-
it's fun.
you're gonna
It'll even
like,
back out soonish.
If
will.
any of you, as soon as any of you make progress, like it's just gonna ruin it.
I know.
I know.
Well,
I'm
we have-
sorry.
We haven't.
If I'm correct, I will make the next progress.
Yes.
Technically, yeah. Okay.
I've already confirmed that with you. Yes.
Okay.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. And then I'll make the progress after that, and then you'll finish us out. We'll all
Unless
be
she's
wise.
really quick with step 3.
I don't think so. I don't think that's gonna happen because even though I don't care either way, everybody else wants a shindig, which I'm not
Takes-
opposed to.
It takes about a year to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Little
So,
shindig, so.
like, because she's already engaged, so I won't be first.
We already got most everything done too. Catering tomorrow. Super fun. Yeah, I get to drive 7 hours tomorrow.
Oh, fun.
Gotta drive to Georgia.
By the way, I was
drive
thinking, I was like, you guys could just order Papa John's on the way home, so we can still do our Papa's thing.
home. Yes, we can.
Sorry,
And-
every time I get there, we have a Papa
We have
John's.
Papa-
It's like a thing. It's like a ritual.
Oh, it doesn't deliver to my house though.
You can pick it up.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yes, we'll pick
Just
it up.
pick
on
it
our
up
way.
on the way.
And then if you get there before me, I'll text you how to get into my house.
Yeah, I'm gonna try not to do that. But
Dude, why don't you just tell her explicitly right now?
Oh, you know what? I remember the code.
You should. It's very, very secret and
I
super
remember
secure.
it. No, it is. It is super secure. Ah! Sorry, I dropped you.
And I guess we'll work out soon when we shall do next.
Yeah, probably next
after
week.
I get back,
Yeah.
because we've tried it before. Unless it's House of Night, we're not gonna read like together.
No. Well, and also we'll both be leaving on Friday, so
Yeah.
at some point on Friday. My eyeball, there's something in it. It's probably sawdust. It's been really fun, actually.
My
Working on my
professor has not given me feedback on my first draft yet, which is so annoying because everybody else has theirs. I don't know. I'm
That's-
taking this as he's not worried about me, but at the same time,
Oh.
I would like feedback, please.
How long ago did you?
It's been weeks.
Well, so it's not. Well, I turned it in a little early, but the day that like our peer reviews were due. Also, if you're a teacher, don't do peer review. It's really annoying, and I don't feel like anybody gains anything from it. At least I don't.
I don't think so either. And I do teach
it's-
college.
It's really annoying. But in any case, everybody got theirs the day that we went over peer reviews in class. And so I'm just taking that as he's not actually concerned about my writing, which...
Well, he knows
I
you
would
too.
just
he
follow
does
up
know
and
me.
just double check that it's all good. Because it could be that, or it could just be like, there's so much wrong here that I don't even know where to start.
It's fine.
I'm not gonna say anything else.
I
Because
sent my
technically I would be breaking FERPA, and I am now contractually bound not to do that.
yeah, it's very fun. I sent my thesis over to my thesis committee a few days ago, the first draft. I sent it on like Friday, and my committee was like, "Okay, yeah, we'll have it back in a couple of days." And it's been like 3, and I'm like, "Oh God."
Oh, the joys of
The joys
The
of writing
joys of-
long papers. Yeah.
capstone and thesis. Ugh. It's. I mean, for me, it's been fun.
It has its days. It has its days of being fun for me.
No, there are times where I'm just like, I want to die.
Yeah, right? Like,
Oh,
and then there
real
are times
quick.
where like
I can't relate to,
Academic
like,
writing
any of
advice from
this.
Book Club with Bay.
oh, academic writing.
Don't
yes.
read whole books. Just
Go to
find
the
chapter
index. Yep.
Find the chapter that's relevant, and because even if you read the whole thing, you're going to wind up citing one chapter or 2 chapters. The chapter titles of academic books are very clear of what it's going to talk about.
And if not, there's typically indexes in the back
that will tell you. And so do it that way. Because I was talking to a lot of the people in my class. And I'm like, well, it's taking me forever to read these whole books. I'm like, why are you doing that? Why would you read a whole book? What is wrong with you?
Also academic writing advice from Book Club with Bay. If you can't cite Wikipedia, however, Wikipedia has citations.
At the
Go
bottom,
to the citations. And they're usually academic
they're-
sources.
They're usually academic sources. It's a good way to start. Also, you can look up through your school's like research thing, bibliographies on a topic. So like I'm doing Vlad the Impaler, and I found bibliographies just also like through Google, you can find them too.
Mhm.
Like huge bibliographies of your subject.
Use your books that you're using for your paper. Go to their bibliographies
just
too.
straight up the paper is just a bibliography.
Yeah, like there's so many ways to jump off for your research.
Yeah, you don't have to start from scratch.
Yep.
Because probably the thing that you eat, like even though my topic hasn't been researched that much, it's been researched enough that people have written full bibliographies, and that's where I've gotten a lot of my sources. Is through those bibliographies. They're very helpful. They save a lot of time. And again, do not read a whole book that's stupid.
Yes.
Yeah,
like there are some books that are
especially when you go
relevant
to the
enough to me
index.
that I'm reading like the whole thing, but they're short. It's really short. Like the Dracula handbook, I'm reading the whole thing because there's a lot of stuff in there that's relevant to my paper, and she has a bunch of citations, which is great. She's been like, that book has been amazing. But find your like gold mine.
Yes,
Yeah,
you will
and
find
like-
at least one.
The benefit of also like checking the index is if there's something that if there's some sort of misconception or something that's not accurately or that cannot be accurately interpreted in the chapter that you are exclusively reading, the index tells you any mention. Like it tells you what page any mention of
That term is.
of that term is in the book. So you can check the other you can check the others too and make sure that there's no contradictory information because something might have come to light later.
Yeah. So that is because she and I are right now, we're still writing Blackwoods. We're working on it, but we are both.
But
you're also busy.
We're also in the middle of writing our 2 very big, like, you're going to graduate or not papers.
And shows for me.
And well, yeah, I also have a defense I have to do. I have to give a 30-minute presentation and then
so do I.
Do my defense. So it's fun.
So do I. I still have to give a defense.
I purposely picked a topic that none of the professors knew about so that they couldn't grill me because I've heard horror stories. Oh, also, by the way, just at least in my history department, if you pick a capstone topic, try not to pick anybody's specialty. You will die. You will die on the stand.
Like if your professor has a new doctorate in something and you pick the topic in which they wrote their thesis on.
Oh yeah, they're gonna know everything.
I picked a topic that was no one's specialty, which works because my professor, because usually your professor, at least how we do it, is they will, you'll have your capstone professor because it's a class technically, and then they'll be like, Here's the professor that is closest to that area. He was like, I don't know what to do with you. And I was like, perfect. But then there is actually one of my favorite professors who is very much into impalement and stuff. He loves explaining impalement. I was like, what about him? And he was like, oh yeah, he does have like a Vlad like
Stabby
interest,
stab.
like because it's not his main thing. He's a classicist, but it's like a side piece, special interest. And I was like, cool. So I met with him, and that was fun. But like, he's also cool. He won't really care what I do. Which were
Also the part.
well, he helped me figure out what I was gonna do, as far as my as far as like the thesis statement and stuff. But yeah, like, but I've seen people like one of our professors is
Otto.
all of his work is on like fascism and stuff and extremist movements of the 20th century in Europe. That's his specialty. That's what he's written all his books on and shit. And whenever people go into World War II, I'm like, good fucking luck, because he's gonna rip you apart. It's gonna be a whole thing. You're not gonna have fun in that defense at all.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to give that defense. Like, so
you know, here I am just sitting here extra glad I didn't do any tertiary education. I'm just like, get a job. I guess I technically did. I did vet nursing. I did a vet nursing course, and that's technically tertiary.
Yeah,
but that doesn't really count. Like, there's no thesis. Like, it's effectively like we've got TAFE, which is, I guess, effectively like kind of like a cross between trade school and community college, and that's TAFE, and that's where you get your like your diplomas and cert fours and stuff that are below.
Well,
a BA.
here, like, people will go through a whole 4-year degree and then they'll get their certifications in their actual job. Like, we don't streamline the process at all here. It's kind of ridiculous.
The only like mild streamline there is if you get anything that ends in education, like a art education degree, history education degree, you automatically have to take all the classes to get certified to teach as well. That's the only streamline there is.
The problem with those degrees, though, is that you have half a history degree.
Exactly. And half of your course load is education courses.
And so you wind up knowing much less about history than somebody with an actual history degree, which at least from what I've heard from all my professors, makes you less desirable as a teacher. Because in Georgia anyway, you have like a year or two, I forget which one it is, to actually get your certification after they hire you. They'll hire you without a teaching certification.
It depends on the level of certification, of temporary certification you have. So if you have a master's, because I looked into this, if you have a master's degree, you have 3 years to get a teaching cert, and it takes 1 full year to get a teaching cert.
Yeah. So, but typically it's a year to get a teaching cert.
Yep.
And so you don't need the education degree. You will just have less of a degree.
But it also
teach your courses anyway.
But it also sucks because then, you know, you've gone through, like, say in my case, I've gone through 7 years of school. I would have to go for an 8th year.
But at least
right now.
But at least you know, and like things about your actual subject. Because
yes,
this is me bad mouthing all the history ed people, but they don't know anything. They don't know anything. Like they typically
well, and like
about
the thing
like
is,
history.
Like with art ed majors that I used to what's that in the background? It's Elden Ring. This is an Elden Ring stream.
It is.
This is us just talking and Elden Ring because we're done talking about the book. So
can I make you specifically big? Just nope. That's me. I don't want me. No, it's worse. Never mind.
I could just tilt the camera so it's just Elden Ring. That would be so funny.
We're just talking about academia right now.
Mm-hmm. But like thing with like art ed majors is every single art ed major is just there to like teach elementary school. So all they know
which
is
means
about,
you
like,
don't have to know
elementary
things.
Yeah, it means you literally just have to know this is a crayon. You put it on a piece of paper and go scrabble, scrabble, scrabble. I knew a lot of really nice art ed girls in undergrad because they were all girls. Don't get me wrong, but like they didn't have to do a capstone. Like they didn't have to do So it really was just like a fraction of an art degree. It was just an education
Yeah.
degree.
Yeah, exactly. It's an education degree with like a sort of
Leaning-
slant towards
With like you have to
something
take
else.
like 5 classes in art.
Yeah.
That's really just it.
Yeah. So like
Based
if
on
you have
the
a
whole plans of
in
study.
my opinion, if you have a history ed degree, you don't actually have a history degree.
You have an education degree with a
You have an
specialty in history.
You have an education degree and you've taken like 2 history classes and probably annoyed everybody in them. I'm sorry. They're just I know you're like they were really sweet. I'm like in my case it was really annoying.
So yeah, so they were all really nice, but and like so many of them were like super talented. But like I was like, your talents are just I know you can do your own practice, but like they also all had the same personality. Every single one of them had the same
No, same.
personality.
Same. But although in history it's split between guys and girls, it's guys that just want to coach high school like high school something and they don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And also I can't believe we're letting these people teach our children. I'm sorry. Like I have the opinion that like if you want to teach high school, I guess you should actually have to have like a full history degree and then take cert afterwards. I don't think an education degree should let you teach high school history. You know nothing about history. I'm sorry. This is like these are deep-seated emotions. Having spent time with these people and having to do projects with these people.
So I don't actually know what goes into becoming a high school teacher here. I've got no idea.
But by the way, if you've
No.
ever wondered why your history teacher sucked, it's probably because they didn't have a history degree.
Well,
Yeah, I
especially
do
in
know
some
that
schools where they didn't
Yeah.
probably have a
Yeah,
history degree at all, like any history.
Yeah,
I know-
like a lot of
I know that it's a trope in the US where a lot of like coaches also teach.
That's
history.
accurate.
Well,
That's
that's
100%
accurate. So-
accurate.
pretty much
Not
like
the
here's
case
the
here.
thing.
Not
Here's
the case
so the
here.
statistics are that like the good number, at least half of all U.S. high school history teachers don't have any sort of history degree. And that's not the case really for other types of teachers like biology teachers or chemistry teachers or math
Mhm.
teachers. They usually actually have degrees in their subject.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have a teacher cert on top of it. But for history, like they will give anybody a teaching certification to teach history as long as they coach a sport. That's what they do. They use history teachers to fill. So it's not really that it's that your high school history teacher was underqualified is what it is probably. And the one good one you had was probably actually a historian.
I am looking into what is required here.
Here, I know it's multiple tests, background checks, and ethics exam.
Yeah, because I don't want to I guess dox anybody, but the young one that everybody liked, he was getting his master's in what? At our high school?
The young one who was getting his master's, there was someone getting their master's that taught at our school. If it's the guy I'm thinking of, I have no idea if he was. I took him senior year, and I don't know if he was actually getting a master's or not.
Yeah, I'm not
But I
sure.
had him for government. I didn't have him for history.
Yeah, but I know everybody liked him.
Oh, I loved him. He was so fun. He would play Justin Timberlake during exams. He was so much fun. He ended up leaving because his kids went to another school, and he wanted to teach at that school. So, but it was sad when he left. He was a cross country coach though. So yes, most history teachers are coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's usually how they fill coaching positions. Is they're like, we need a coach. Would you like to also teach history? All we need you to do is read a textbook out loud.
I think not even just because like our art teacher was swimming coach as well. So like a lot of our teachers dipped hands in multiple pots.
Yeah.
Okay, so here,
I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
you get your Bachelor of Secondary Education, and then you choose, this is option 1, and choose insert major or sub-major learning area.
Mm-hmm.
So here, history and geography are combined. So and then option 2 is consider a package program to guarantee your place into the Masters of Teaching. Choose Bachelor of the Arts, Master of Teaching, or the Bachelor of Arts, something else, and then Master of Teaching. Okay, so if you don't get a Bachelor of education, secondary education, then you have to go and get a master's of teaching
Y-
in addition to the thing.
Yes.
And then option 3 is so that's a package bachelor and master's program, and then the option 3 is a bachelor's degree with a separate master option. So either you do an undergrad honors bachelor degree with a major or sub-major in whatever you want to teach.
Mm-hmm.
Option 2 is a bachelor in what you want to teach, then a master's in
Teaching.
Teaching. So those are I honestly prefer option 2.
Yeah.
It takes longer, it's going to be more expensive, but you know what you're going to be doing, right? Or 2 bachelors, either or, but the option 2 is quicker than 2 bachelors.
Well, yeah, I was thinking like you could technically, well, no, if you're doing like a double major situation, it would take you the same amount of time as a master's. So you might as well just go for the master's because it's better pay and it's better on your resume.
I would say option 2 would be better and probably more common in a private school system than
probably
a public school. Public schools probably have option 1 because also you're not going to get any additional monetary benefit by having a master's. You're just probably going to be more likely to become principal, which I guess would be because here just statewide we've just got a tiered pay structure. Like first year teachers in
So do
public school
we.
get paid X
well, no,
amount.
there's
By
masters
county.
as well.
It's
Masters,
in the tiered pay
Yeah.
structure.
Mm-hmm. But then
You
it
get a
goes up by
master's degree.
years too.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
like the base pay starts higher than
There's also certain
Also,
counties where basically they'll pay you extra, like they'll put you at year 5 or 6 to teach in one of the bad schools for 3 years. And then you get to keep that rate of pay. So it can be like 5,000 extra a year.
Mm-hmm. Which on teacher pay, that's quite a bit.
Yep.
Yeah, I will say, I don't know why our public school teachers are always striking for their pay because their salary is pretty good.
What is it?
So band 1 graduate, so you're a graduate teacher coming out, like doing your first year of teaching in a public school system. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
$70,652. And they
And
strike.
and that's in
No.
Aussie dollars. That's more valuable than the American dollar.
No, it's
the
not.
No, it's not. It's about the same.
What is it, Bay?
77 US to an Australian.
77.
Oh, well, last I looked, it was around 77. I don't know.
That's 56 grand a year. That's still more than the US.
That's still more. The US is around 33 starting.
Yeah, that
around
is
here it's
across
40.
the state. That's every
Depending.
public
That's
school
that
in the
depends on
state.
where you're at. In my county that I live in now, it's like 33.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In my county, it's 48, I think.
Well, you live in a metropolitan county, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I do.
Oh wait, sorry, that was in 2020. 2021 was 72,263, and it's gone up again this year.
So the Aussie dollar is worth less than the American dollar.
Yeah. There was a point where it wasn't.
Give it time.
Briefly.
It'll even out again.
Yeah, so let's see if I can. So yeah, sorry, this year it's $73,737 for your first year of teaching. Like your starting salary as a teacher is almost 74 grand. And they're still striking because they don't get paid enough.
I mean, is like 74 grand there, though, the same as making 50 here? Like, are you still at the same level?
Like cost of living and like what?
Yeah.
Things are a little bit more expensive here. Although I will say Sydney is, I think, the second most expensive place to buy property in the world.
Ah.
But like, for example, South Australia, I believe, has the most expensive power in the world. Adjusting for, well, they got rid of all of their coal power plants. Everything is like wind and solar, which is not stable, and they have blackouts like a million times a year.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah, they literally destroyed. Like, they didn't just like shut them down; they destroyed them. They'd like full blown demolished all of their coal power plants, and then there was a giant windstorm, and the Adelaide lost power for like 2 weeks. like almost immediately after.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
With that, I think we've
Yeah, you know.
But you
covered a
know,
lot.
he
we've
is
exhausted the topic.
74,000
The
is
topic
a
of Elixir.
really good pay here.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, I wish we got paid 74,000 for teaching. Holy shit! Can you imagine?
Yeah, I'll put it this way: the average first year earning for a law graduate in their first year of working is 60,000.
That's crazy. What the hell? Why are they striking?
Oh my god.
I get why our teachers do it. I get it. Anyway, so that's Elixir.
Yeah, all of that was in Elixir, by the way.
All of that was in Elixir, by the way. So we will be doing Apollyon not later this week, but next week, because neither one of us, well, we will not be reading together because I will be there. So
yeah,
but we will work it out.
We just won't do it. We know each other. We won't do it.
Yeah, we'll just be like, but we want to do something else. Yeah, we're stupid.
We want to play Age of Calamity or Breath of the Wild, or I have to work on my.
Oh, we need to play Age of Calamity.
Yes, we do.
You guys,
that'll be a reward for doing these.
You guys don't get to hang out IRL.
Yeah,
no.
Heaps. So I can see why you don't want to spend your time together reading.
Not suffering.
Yeah, suffering together with House of Night was kind of fun, but. You know, we did that like on a drive and stuff. It wasn't.
We did that on a drive, and then we did that right after I moved in, and we turned burned on as fast as we physically could because we were streaming.
Yeah, we had it on your sound
that
bar
night, and then that was the first Ghost experience, I think.
It was.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, because that was like right after you moved in. Because I stayed with you for a while right after you moved in. I stayed with you for like over a week, I think.
Yeah, because I was just big sad. I was like, I'm alone.
And I was like, no, you're not. Yeah. So anyway, we will be doing Apollyon soon. That's the point. So thank you guys for watching. And we will